Hello and welcome back to Eagles FX. This is another weekly forex forecast. In this week, we take a deep dive into top-down analysis. Okay, starting on a weekly time frame down to 15 minutes time frame. So, what I'll teach you in this video is you will learn the direction of the market, you will learn your point of interest, you will learn the point of entry, you will learn the point of exit, stop loss, and take profit. All these things is what I will cover in this video. So if this is your first time coming across my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also like this video, share it, and drop your comment in the comment section. If you have any question at all, drop the comment in the comment section. If you want me to be posting this type of content every week, subscribe to my YouTube channel and put up the bell notification. Let's go. We are starting on a weekly time frame on GBP USD. So in this weekly chart, you notice that we are still, technically speaking, we are still bearish, but I'll show you, I'll prove it to you. Now, starting from this zone, price moved down, created this low, we created a lower high, we created a lower low. Okay, we are going back to create at least this equal high, to create a double top, because I tested this zone before. So we are going there to test it as a resistance level. All this price action that happens here is minor price action. Okay, so this is we are pulling back to this zone before a potential fall. So in a weekly time frame, we are pulling back to retest the weekly resistance level. So let's move down to daily time frame to see how we can take this order. So in a daily time frame, we are bullish in daily time frame because we are creating higher highs and higher low. We created this higher high, higher low, and we've closed above this zone by creating another higher high. So in a daily time frame, we are what? Bullish. So let's move down to 4 hour time frame. And this bullish is getting to that weekly resistance level. So on a 4 hour time frame, let's see what will happen on a 4 hour time frame. On a 4 hour time frame, we're also bullish. After initial bearish, initially we close below this zone. We close below this zone initially, this place, creating a lower low. But price has gone back again to create a higher high. So after higher high, what next? We'll be coming back for a higher low. This higher low, we don't know where this higher low will stop, but we'll go down to another time frame where we'll be looking at entry criteria. We'll go down to a higher time frame, a lower time frame, lower than this 4 hour time frame. So let's move down to a 1 hour time frame and see what happens. So yeah. So on a 1 hour time frame, we're also bullish on a 1 hour time frame. You can see higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and we created another higher high. So we'll be glad to see this price slide into this zone. This is the area of interest on a 1 hour time frame. Okay, so if price come to this zone on a 1 hour time frame, we'll pick up a buy. Okay, we can equally go down to 15 minutes time frame to modify it. We pick up a buy from this zone, and our stop loss will be below this 1 hour zone. Okay, and our target will be that weekly resistance level. That will be our target. So this is our analysis on GBP USD coming this week. Next pair on the list is Euro USD. So Euro USD, you can see it that already we have tested this resistance level, and we are going for the second test again. This is a resistance level. This is a weekly resistance level. We've tested it in the past about 5 weeks ago, and now price going back to test it again for the second time before we might see a potential fall. Because honestly, technically speaking, weekly we are not bullish, we are still bearish, because this was the last lower high. Not until we break and close above this zone that will tell you that weekly has turned to full bullish. So the major trend we are bearish, but the minor trend on the weekly we are bullish. So I'm expecting this price to fall down from this zone. Let me put it again. I'm expecting this price from this weekly to push up to this zone, making contact for the third test before falling down. So let's go down to daily time frame for further look. All right, so this is a daily time frame. Daily time frame, we are still bullish, technically speaking, because we are creating highs and higher lows. You can see it's higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So we are going to at least higher high, which is that zone that we marked before. We are going to at least to test this higher high. So our interest now will be, how do we join this buy to this zone? That is our question. Let's go down to 4 hour time frame. So on a 4 hour time frame, what are we seeing on a 4 hour time frame? On a 4 hour time frame, yeah, you can see it clearly that on a 4 hour time frame, I have already highlighted the zones where I'll be looking out for actions. Okay. So now let's analyze this zone clearly. Let's analyze this zone. When price was moving up on a 4 hour, we are creating higher highs and higher lows. Higher high. Let me come again. Hold on. Starting from this zone, created higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a lower low, change of character. Okay. Last week I said that if price come to this zone, if I see entry criteria, that I will sell from this zone. And price did come and I enter, and price move in about 40 pips from my entry and later take me out on a break even. So this week, what are we expecting this week? We're expecting that this price should do what? Continue buying, not until we get to this zone. Now we have other block for on 4 hour time frame here. So our expectation now is, how do we take this buy from this zone up to this zone? That is our expectation. Let's move down to 1 hour time frame to see if we see a clear market structure. All right. So on a 1 hour time frame, we have created another leg, which is higher high. So after this higher high, what again are we expecting? We're expecting price to fall down. Let me highlight the zone that we might be taking entries. So if price come down to this zone, we have zone here. You have zone. If price come down to this zone, we'll pick up a buy. There's another zone here. There's another zone here. This fair value gap. So if price come down to this zone, we can move down to a smaller time frame and look out for what? A shift in market structure. Okay. If price slide into this zone, we'll look for a shift in market structure. If you happen at this zone, we'll buy from this zone. If you happen at this zone, we'll buy from this zone. So this is how we're taking a buy on Euro USD. Meanwhile, our stop loss will be below the zone based on the market structure. And our target will be the weekly resistance level. That's where we'll be picking up this target. And that target will may give us up to 200 pips. Let me check it. From this zone, from this zone to here, to this zone. Okay, it's about 152 pips. It's small pips anyway. But let's see how it goes. So next pair on the list is GBP JPY. JPY on a weekly time frame, we are still bullish. Higher high, higher low. Okay. After creating this high low, price is moving sideways. You can see it. We neither break above or close below. So let's see how we can take this sideways movement on a daily time frame. Let's go and look for a clearer vision on a daily time frame. All right, so this is a daily time frame. On a daily time frame, notice clearly that price has broken and closed above this zone. We've closed above this zone. Okay, signifying what? That we are buyers are still in control. You can see it clearly, signifying that buyers are still in control. Now, what else do we do? Now we have created higher high. Price is coming back for a higher low, and this higher low now is at where? At the daily fair value gap. So we are waiting for a price action here on this fair value gap to see if you can take a buy from this zone to this zone. So let's move down to a 4 hour time frame for a further analysis. All right, so this is a 4 hour time frame, and this is the weekly fair value, daily fair value gap. This zone is that daily fair value gap, and price has slid into it created this high, and come back for a second test. Now, on this 4 hour time frame, we didn't see a clear market structure. So let's move down to a lower time frame to see a clear market structure. Let's go to 1 hour time frame. All right. So you can see in 1 hour time frame that price is still bearish. Okay? Because price move down, move from this zone and start coming down, creating this leg of price action. Lower low, lower high. We created lower low. This 1 hour time frame and this lower high. We barely created equal lower low. So we find that the sellers are beginning to get exhausted. Okay, and price is moving up again. So you can see this zone that I highlighted on the green bar. This zone is our trading range for this week. That will determine what we do at this zone. If price break above this zone, that means we are moving up. We wait. If price break above this zone, okay, we will now move to 15 minutes time frame and wait for a pullback and we'll take a buy. But if price for any reason break below this zone, that means we are doing what? We are going down. So let me show you in 15 minutes time for how it will look like. So this 15 minutes time frame. All you need to do is to do what? Wait for price action. Break above this zone to create another leg of higher high. Then price come back. We use either other block or fair value gap at any of these traditional reference point that price will create here and we pick up a buy. Okay, and we'll go up. That's first attempt. Then second attempt is if price fail to go up and come and break below this zone, that means we are going down. We do the same thing, wait for price to pull back to any of these traditional reference points and we pick up a sell towards the next 4 hour zone. So this is how we'll be picking up our entry on GBP JPY. All right. So next pair on the list is USD JPY. So USD JPY on a weekly time frame, where are we going on a weekly time frame? Let us see. We created this leg of higher high, higher low. We couldn't create equal high, and we'll come back to put another higher low. Okay. After this higher low, try to push up, we couldn't. And we are coming back again to test this zone. So weekly, we are coming back to retest the same higher low. Okay. On a weekly time frame. Okay. Now let's see what is happening on a daily time frame. All right. On a daily time frame, we are clearly bearish. You can see, let's start from this zone. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We are coming back to complete at least equal lower low. The same thing we saw on a weekly time frame. So daily we are bearish. So 4 hour time frame, what is it telling us? All right. So this 4 hour time frame is technically bullish. Let me explain. Let me explain something here. We are still bullish on 4 hour time frame. Now let me explain. This zone here was the last lower high that price printed before giving us this lower low. So after giving us this lower low, price gave us a higher high. This is a higher high, signifying that we are bullish on the 4 hour time frame. After higher high, what next? Higher low is coming down. But look at what is happening. We are the zone at bullish order block that price supposed to react and start moving up. But because the daily time frame, which is superior to the 4 hour time frame, is bearish, price refused to move up from this zone. You can see the attempt that the last 4 hour candle that closed here was the other one was the green candle was not bullish candle, just green candle that is indecisive candle. Okay, and from what I'm seeing here, price will definitely break below this zone. And if price break below this zone, then when I will not take full confidence to sell this market. So let us put a bridge here. Let us put a bar. We wait for price to break below this zone. All right. That's how we take it. Let price do what? Break below. this zone. Then we'll look for what? Sell, because daily time frame is telling us bearish. Let price break below. We'll come back for a retest. There's fair value gap or this other block. Any of these institutional reference point we use it to do what? To bring this market down to this zone. So this is how we will take on USD JPY coming this week. So next pair on our list is gold, the almighty gold. So on a daily time frame, we are what? Bullish. On a daily time frame, higher high, higher low. We are going for another higher high or at least equal high. So let's see how we can take this advantage. So let's go down to 4 hour time frame. On a 4 hour time frame, we are saying what? Bullish. We are moving up. You can see it even from this zone: higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. After higher high, what next? We are expecting a higher low. Okay, either of this fair value gap or this other block. We pick up a buy here to the upside. So let's move down to 1 hour time frame. All right. So what we'll be expecting this week is for price to slide into this zone. If price come into this zone, okay, we'll now move down to 5 minutes time frame. That's where we pick up this buy and watch out for this type of price action on a 5 minutes time frame. And we'll do what? We pick up a buy to this zone. But if we didn't see it at this zone, we'll look for it at the second zone. We have two zones here. Okay, we'll have two zones. If we don't happen on the first zone, which we have fair value gap is, we wash it out on this other block, the same pattern, 5 minutes time frame. We'll take it a shift in market structure and we'll buy. All right. So this is how the thing will look like. When we pick up a buy, okay, at this zone will be our stop loss, and our take profit will be a zone that the 4 hour created, because we are still moving high. All right. So the next pair on this list is NAS 100. So NAS 100 on a daily time frame, we are what? We are bullish on a daily time frame. Let me explain this thing to you. We created lower low, lower high. We created lower low, and we created a higher high. So after this high high, what next? Price is coming back. There is a gap here to fill it before price will start moving up. So we are bullish on a daily time frame. Then on a 4 hour time frame, let's see what will happen. So on a 4 hour time frame, we're also bullish. All we are waiting for is price to do what? To slide into this zone where we're picking up the buy, and pick up a buy to upper zone. So how do we take this buy? We move down to a smaller time frame. We'll do what? We'll move down to a smaller time frame and watch out for a change of character on a smaller time frame before we do what? We pick up the buy because we want to move up. So we can equally come down to 1 hour time frame for further analysis. On a 1 hour time frame, you can notice one thing on the 1 hour time frame. All right, on a 1 hour time frame. So this is typically the zone we are waiting for. But this 1 hour time frame, we are still bearish, because if you look at it, you notice that price is doing lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and price is going down to this zone. So you can say join this sell from this zone down to this zone before you pick up your buy here, when the market will give us a shift in character, a change of character by doing something like this, then we buy. All right. So this is how we'll be picking up our buys and sells coming this week. If you know you like this type of content and you find value in my video, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, because I'll be dropping this type of content back to back every week. We also have a free Telegram channel where I drop free signals every week. I will drop one signal there. So if you look for a way to be taking free signals, find the link around this video and join my free Telegram channel. Also click the like and share this video so that this video will get to people who this video might help. See you guys in my next episode. Cheers.